Hello there, and welcome back to War Thunder, and welcome aboard the super special Soviet/Syrian premium MBT, the T-72AV TURMS-T. And today we have a spicy combination of a night battle on Karelia in a full up tier with a Soviet MBT. That's just a legendary combination where War Thunder tales are made of. Anyway, I get a rather decent result, and today I wanna and I want to show you how I dealt with the situation. So, Soviet MBTs in general are inferior on paper to Western MBTs when you think about the mobility, the maneuverability, the gun handling, and also the armor layout, the survivability, and many other aspects. However, there is one thing where the T-72AV is outstandingly good, and this is how it deals with night battles, because it has really good night vision device, but also it has excellent thermal imaging, third generation, not just for the gunner but also the commander. And yet the bush gets into my field of view, and this I think it was a German 2A6 got away. Doesn't really matter. So I'm now working a hill, and again Soviet tanks are not really suited for it. However, in this battle I was really lucky in many instances that I got to this place in the first place, and that usually I engaged the enemies before they engaged me, and this happened really in a nice manner, which I then wanted to share with you. So the smoke dissipates, I got a quick look at the Radkampfwagen, we one-shot him, the Leo 2K, can't see through the tree, but my AP-FSDS goes through his tank, and we got a nice double strike. There is an SBA, I switch to HE, and rangefind, I want to arrange for the distance to lob the HE over the... Gaijin? Hey, Gaijin, seriously, thank you. And that was a nice triple strike, but come on, Gaijin. That one... No, that... Anyway, one question that I have for you. Do you actually enjoy watching night battles? Is this giving you a certain modern combat vibe? Is this what you really enjoy playing yourself? Or is this something where you say, it's grisly graphic, it's not really looking all that good, I want to see some daylight action? Although I would use thermal imaging even in those circumstances. So I heard an enemy tank engine, so I turned off my engine to not give away my position, and then I'm laying an ambush. As you could observe for quite a while on the minimap, on this side of the map I'm relatively forward and I'm relatively lonely, so I could support here my team really nicely, and I intend to do so for a bit longer. We already have 3 kills in the back, and for a tank that is a bottom BR tank, so to speak, that is not a bad result, right? So just as ordered, and I just killed one of the best tanks in the game, the Leopard 2A6 with its almighty 120mm Rheinmetall L55 smoothbore gun that fires the DM63 if I'm not mistaken. So that shell could easily go through the front of the hull of my tank with ease, and of any other Soviet/Russian MBT. I think recently it was a bit changed versus the TATU, but I think the high tier pros can tell me a bit more precisely what's going on there. Anyway, so now the batteries are out of juice, and so the thermal imaging and the night vision device are out of action, and well, that's a nice screenshot. So I'm thinking to myself, should I still wait a bit further? So my tanks are now engaging the enemy, I see some action going on, and I think I decide for myself, well, time to get stuck in to help my team out. And so there is another Leo 2A6, aim for the front ammo rack, which is empty, but I caught his loader in the process of reloading, therefore I easily beat his reload, and that is kill number 5. That's the ace. As I said, another Leo 2A6, and from a superior position we then also, at the height of the objectives, we can fire directly into the spawn. Again, I like Karelia in the sense that it's not a city fight, that you have to work with the terrain, etc. But the combat distances are way too small, and that you can fire basically into the spawn like that, not good. Well, at least for the enemy in this case. And that was a 2A5, so killing some of the best tanks in the game with that, beautiful. That looked like a G91, and already I think I'm in kind of a bit of a trouble situation. And I'm already thinking of smoking up. So now 1/3 of the enemy's tickets are gone. Then I see a helicopter firing an air-to-air missile. Everybody knows how much I love helicopters, so I'm looking into the general direction. And then German spicy cast kicking in. G91. Oh boy. APFSDs through the entirety of the fuselage. That should have killed the pilot, blown the plane apart, and also setting the engine on fire, but it was a critical hit, probably on the landing gear. Take that, G91. Take that. And I was not really amused about this happening again. So I think he's coming back for some revenge action, and I'm already typing it into chat. I should have typed it in all chat. G91, please crash. And there is coming back for more. Yeah, I survived it and at least get a kill assist. So the 50 cal of the M1A2 was mightier than my Soviet-based 125mm. Cool. But this is where, I'm thinking to myself, it's oddly silent around here. Two of my tanks are already spawn camping directly, so I think I'm not further needed here. B gets now decapped. I realize it now, and I look into it. There I briefly could see something. I have no idea at the time what it was, but he is going here. And that looks and sounds like a Swedish 40mm APFSDS boy. And then, just as ordered, MiG-21 does the job. Okay, so we're down to 1/3 of the points of the enemy, and at this point, I think to myself, that's the perfect point to capture it. I'm grinding, I need the RP, and I also take happily the civilians, and the cap is not that far away. What is that? 340 meters? I can easily get to there. Now, when it comes to Soviet tanks being inferior to Western MBTs, that's mostly down to a statistical comparison, and they are, objectively speaking, inferior. But in a straight line, this tank is not really slow. So when I say this tank is bad, it's not really unusably bad like some low tier tanks, like, I don't know, a Churchill 1 in a full up tier, where it's slow and its armor doesn't mean anything. But rather this tank still having APFSDS, thermal imaging, autoloader, all the things that make high tier tanks, but it's just not as good as Western stuff. But still, you can make it work, and I couldn't cap in time because the tickets bled down really hard. I still got an acceptable result, and I survived, which is something that I'm always keen on showing. So for my 6 kills and 1 kill assist, I got 81,000 civilians and nearly 13,000 RP for also a 10% RP booster. That was a nice battle, showing a Survivor and Heavy Metal Hero medal, and I was also second in team. I think that this is really a nice battle, and I hope you enjoyed this. So if you enjoyed this, please give it a like if it did, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see each other on the waves, in the skies, and on the battlefields of War Thunder.